Welcome to Behavior of Money, where we explore how psychology, behavior, and real-life experiences shape every financial decision you make. In this video, we will discuss luck versus skill in investing, why success stories can mislead us. The cover of Forbes magazine rarely applauds poor investors who made smart decisions but happened to face the unlucky side of risk. Instead, it almost always highlights wealthy investors who made average or even reckless choices and simply got lucky. Both flipped the same coin, it just landed on a different side. The dangerous part is that all of us are trying to learn what works and what fails with money. Which investing strategies succeed? Which collapse? What business strategies create wealth? Which destroy it? How do you get rich? How do you avoid being poor? We usually search for these lessons by watching wins and losses and concluding, copy what she did, avoid what he did. If we had a magic wand, we could identify exactly how much of any outcome came from repeatable skill versus random luck and risk pushing events one way or another. But we don't have that wand. We have brains that crave simple answers and have little patience for nuance. That's why identifying traits we should copy or avoid can be painfully difficult. Let me share another story of someone who, like Bill Gates, became enormously successful, yet whose success is hard to attribute purely to skill or luck. Cornelius Vanderbilt had just completed a series of deals expanding his railroad empire when a business advisor warned him that every agreement violated the law. "My God, John," Vanderbilt replied, "you don't suppose you can run a railroad in accordance with the statutes of the state of New York, do you?" My first reaction was, that attitude explains his success. The laws of his time didn't accommodate railroads, so he ignored them and moved forward anyway. Vanderbilt became wildly successful, making it tempting to treat his lawbreaking, famous and central to his rise, as wise strategy. That fearless visionary let nothing stop him. But how dangerous is that conclusion? No rational person would recommend open criminality as an entrepreneurial trait. It's easy to imagine a different ending, Vanderbilt as an outlaw, whose young company collapsed under court order. That's the dilemma. You can praise Vanderbilt for breaking rules just as fiercely as you condemn Enron for doing the same. Perhaps one avoided the arm of the law through luck, while the other landed on the wrong side of risk. John D. Rockefeller presents a similar case. His repeated legal circumvention, once leading a judge to call his company no better than a common thief, is often framed by historians as clever business genius. Maybe it was, but when does the story change from "you didn't let outdated laws block innovation" to "you committed a crime"? How little would need to change for the narrative to shift from "Rockefeller was brilliant, learn from his success" to "Rockefeller was a criminal, learn from his failure"? Very little. "What do I care about the law?" Vanderbilt once said. "Ain't I got the power?" He did, and it worked. But it's easy to imagine those words ending a very different story. The line between bold and reckless is thin, and when we fail to properly credit luck and risk, that line disappears. Benjamin Graham, one of the greatest investors ever, the father of value investing and early mentor to Warren Buffett, offers another example. Much of his success came from owning a massive stake of Geico, which, by his own admission, violated nearly every diversification rule he himself taught. Where exactly does boldness end and recklessness begin? I don't know. Graham reflected on his Geico windfall by asking, one lucky break or one supremely shrewd decision? Can we tell them apart? Not easily. We make similar judgments about Mark Zuckerberg, praising him for rejecting Yahoo's 2006 $1 billion acquisition offer because he believed in the future and stayed firm. Yet Yahoo is mocked for rejecting Microsoft's own buyout offer. Critics say they should have cashed out. What lessons should entrepreneurs learn from this? I have no clear answer, because luck and risk are incredibly hard to separate. There are countless examples like this. Many fortunes and failures ultimately owe their outcomes to leverage, chance, and timing. The difference between success and failure is often shaped not just by skill or effort, but by leverage, luck, and the side of risk we happen to land on. If this video changed the way you think about money, please like, share, and subscribe to Behavior of Money for more insights like this.